All right, guys, we're back again, and I know I said we were going to do our frame, putting the flight control in the frame, but there's one thing I forgot, is that some of y'all had asked me to show you how to do the GPS. So if you did get a GPS with this, or you have a GPS you're going to be adding, or even if you just have a GPS like that you're doing to another quad, it doesn't have to be one that you got from us by any means. I'm just going to show you how this would work, and basically what I'm doing is I'm twisting the cable up right now. So in this case, I'm using the BN180 GPS, and that comes with two different sets of wires. It comes with a wire like this one that'll go from plug to plug, just like that. And then we're not going to be using that one, so I'm going to take that and put it away. And then it comes with this sort of connection here where you can plug these into the pins. We're not going to use that either, but we are going to use this cable. All I'm going to do is just try to twist this up a little bit more. I don't really like the quality of this. This wiring bothers me. I don't like it at all. I don't like stiff wiring. I don't like the way that it solders sometimes, but in either case, it's what it comes with. So I'm going to show you how to set this up, and then we'll go to the next part. So here's what we're going to do. First thing I want you to keep track of and make note of real quickly is that the wiring diagram in here is going to go black to 5 volt. Black to ground. The white is the white here is going to go to the RX on your flight controller. So that's actually the TX coming out of your GPS, and it's going to the RX on the flight controller. The green is the RX, which is the receiving in from the flight controller, which is going to go to the TX on the flight controller. So this is receiving, green, and it goes into the TX transmitting on the flight controller, and then the red is the 5 volt, and that'll go to the 5 volt pad. So now let me show you how this is going to work, and for this we're going to use UART number 2. Okay, so when we talked about this, well, actually, you know what? Let me cut the wires first. I don't know how long we're going to make this, but since I don't know where I'm going to lay it out yet, I'm just going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to leave about, I'll try to leave about 100. Yeah, okay, I'll leave it at about 100 millimeters long of wire. Okay, so I'm going to cut that. Save these wires, by the way. I mean, I don't like them as much, but there's still extra wires you can use. All right, let's get the GPS off of there, and now let's get going with this. Ready? So we're going to strip these wires out. So there's our ground. Remember, the white is the TX, the transmitting signal going to the receiving RX on the flight controller. So we're going to strip that too. Okay. The red is the 5 volt, which is going to go to the 5 volt on the flight controller. And then the green is the receiving of the GPS, which goes to the TX, or transmitting, on the flight controller. And again, I will go over that a couple more times as we're doing this. Let's just go ahead and tin these up real quickly. So use your flux pen, get those ready. And again, hold on to the strands and just twist the silicone. Okay. There we go. And there you go. All right, now we'll get our helping hands again once more. And we'll go ahead and put the whole batch of wire in here. And we're just going to kind of fan it out. It's a pretty easy step here. Clean off the soldering tip and then just go at it. There's one. Tinning wires is very quick, very easy. 3, and let's do the last one. 4. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And with that done, we're going to go ahead and take this out. And again, we're going to want to cut. I'm going to do this ahead of time. I'm going to cut these wires down to make them short enough so that they're not a danger and they don't risk going past the pad that we're going to be using. Okay. Okay, and get all that off your bench. All right, now let's get to the microscope so you guys can see exactly where we're going to be wiring this, and I'll put it back in focus here, okay? As soon as I get this back in focus. Hold on, here we go. All right, now one thing I want you to notice is that this is where we put our S-bus and our receiver, and this is exactly where it's going to go. And as you can see, we have our TX and our RX right here. Now this could be a little bit of a problem, I'm not going to lie to you. Because I did not plan this at the beginning, I'm going to go ahead and remove the receiver right now because it's very hard to solder the pads behind it. So here's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to, we're going to desolder and remove these wires right here because I do not want them to get in my way. So there goes 1, 2. It's very simple, very quick to do. It's not a big hassle. Okay. Because you really want to use the pads in the back first and then go back and put the pads in the front. So as you can see right here in the camera there, you have the TX2 and RX2. So on the, now where did I put my wire? Here it is. So remember now, on the GPS, the green is the the green is the RX going to the TX. And so we're going to go put this one on TX2, which is going to be right here. So just hold that green over there, put on TX2, and you are good to go. The white is the TX that's going to the RX on the flight controller. That's going to go to RX2, and this is UART2, guys. Don't forget when we set this up, we'll be setting it up under UART2. Put that here. There you go. Okay. And now we need to find a ground and a positive. So we've kind of run out of a few of these. So what we're going to do is, let me see where I've got some open grounds and positive. I think what I'll do, got to get a little creative here. Well, we've got to find a 5 volt. So let's tap into our 5 volt. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our 5 volt and we're going to bring it over here. If you remember, we had a 5 volt where our buzzer went right there, remember? So we're going to put our 5 volt of our GPS where our buzzer 5 volt was. So let's go ahead and just be careful, because that original wire is going to want to pop off of there, because you're going to be heating up that solder. So just have patience. If it does, just go ahead and put it back. Okay, so here it goes. Ready? There we go. And then we're going to take our ground and we're going to, actually, you know what, for the ground, what we can do, instead of having to tempt fate with that, we can just take our ground and connect it to the back here where our capacitor and everything is. So I'm going to turn around and take this wire, and I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll tin it up just a little bit. So let me put this on camera so you can see it. I'm going to add a little bit of solder to this wire right here, just because I want it to solder very quickly to my LiPo pad right there, okay? So here's what we're going to do right here. Just like that's going to go to the ground right here. And there we go. So now I'll turn this back and you can see our ground from our GPS goes to the ground XT30. Our white is going to our RX, our green is going to our TX, and then our 5 volt is joining the 5 volt up here. Let me get that on camera there for you. On the what was the buzzer, where the buzzer was, okay? And let me just check all the wiring there, make sure everything looks solid. It is solid. So now the next step for me, and I'm going to show you guys here something that I like to do here, and whether you choose to do this or not, that is your thing. But I'm going to tell you right now that for me, this is one of my mandatory steps. Let me go ahead and go back to the main page here. There we go. Let's get this ready. I'll show you exactly. Well, I was going to show you, but I can't find. And I don't know where I put. Let me see if I can find this real quickly. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll make another one. Hold on. I'm going to put the silicone on here and give you an idea of what that's going to. Now, you don't have to do this. Please understand that this is not required by any means. And if I could, you know what? Maybe I'll wait, because it won't make much sense until we're done. So let me just wait, because if not, it's going to get kind of messy. Oh yeah, now we need to put our, I forgot, we need to put our receiver back. So let me go ahead and do that real quickly, show you what that's going to look like again, because don't forget I took the receiver off so I could get to the wiring there. So now we've got to put this back on, and we've got to do it very carefully. So here it goes. Let's do that. There we go. Here's our set of receiver wires. And again, because we're going from the outside in, we're going to start with the S bus right here. We'll put that back down right here while Sam breaks things. What you doing over there, babe? You breaking stuff?
Sorry, no, I'm just everything cleaned up on the desk.
And then we're going to go to our 5 volt. Guys, I promise you, if it wasn't for trying to do this under the microscope, it would be done. It's just trying to keep this from moving out of the way and making sure I fit everything. It's not as easy. Here's our 5 volt. Okay. And then we need our ground. Make sure everything looks clean. I can take that. That works. And then we'll put some silicone around there, but I'm not going to do that yet, like I said, because it's going to get kind of nasty gets kind of dirty all over the table. All right, so let's get back to this now. So there you have it. We actually have now added GPS. We have added the buzzer finder. So there's a few other things that we added to this one that, you know, are considered upgrades basically to the kit, but they at least give you an idea of how this all works, okay? So at this point now, we will go ahead and get ready to mount this to the frame, and we'll take it from there. One last thing, though, I think would be pretty cool to do. Hey, babe, can you do me a favor? My multimeter's over there somewhere. Could you bring it to me, please? Sam?
Yeah.
Are you hearing? I didn't know if you heard me.
No, what'd you say?
Can you bring my multimeter over here real quickly? I left it, I think, on that last table over there during that build. So what we want to do is, before we even go ahead and put this, let's just test a few things out to make sure we have no grounding problems, right? Now, this is the biggest mistake it's one of the biggest mistakes I see people making repeatedly. And so I'm going to try to help you guys here, because sure, you could have a smoke stopper, sure, you could have your way of protecting your board, but here's the kicker. Thanks so much, babe. Here's one of the things that I will tell you people make the biggest mistakes on. So first thing is, let's just go ahead and take our multimeter. Okay. All right. And let's go ahead and let's just touch the ground and our positive here. Now don't worry about the initial beep. That just happens, but here goes. Okay. Now look, if there was continuity, this would beep. So there is nothing. It is good. And what we'll do now is we'll go to our 5 volt. And this is where people miss out all the time. They don't check their 5 volt pads. So you can sit here and say, okay, well, my LiPo won't blow. But you know what? I may blow the 5 volt regulator. So make sure you touch all the red pads. Now, ground is ground all the way around the board. So you only need to touch one ground, and that's going to be right here. But make sure you touch all the red pads. That's a 9 volt. That's a 5 volt. That's a 5 volt. That's a 4.5 volt. We have no beeps at all. We're clean and good to go. So with that said, now the only thing left to do is to get our these little red rubber mountings, these spacers ready, and then we'll have our board ready. So here's the funny part about this, right? Actually, you know what? I'll stop here. I'll stop here because we'll do that with part of the frame. So I'll see you guys in just a minute.